Have you ever wondered about the stories behind the famous fallen angel Lucifer? Well, get ready to discover some curiosities that will surprise you. From his origins in the Bible to his representations in pop culture, there's a lot more to learn about this fascinating character than you might think. Lucifer is a figure who has aroused curiosity and fascination for centuries. Originating in ancient religious texts such as the Book of Isaiah and the Book of Ezekiel, he is known for his fall from heaven due to his pride and desire to equal God. However, his trajectory was not limited to religion. Lucifer became an icon of popular culture, being portrayed in various ways in literature, cinema, music, and other forms of art. His story transcends the traditional concept of the devil, raising questions about rebellion, freedom, and the search for knowledge. In many works, he is represented as an anti-hero or even a tragic hero, which adds layers of complexity to his figure. These diverse and intriguing representations continue to challenge our perceptions and make us question the meaning of good and evil. By exploring the curiosities about Lucifer, we are led to reflect not only on mythology and religion, but also on our own nature and the nature of the world around us. So let's dive into this intriguing world together and find out more about the story behind the fallen angel who continues to captivate and intrigue so many people around the world. To further unravel the mysteries surrounding Lucifer, let's explore 6 intriguing curiosities about this fascinating character. From his inspiration in the sacred scriptures to his modern representations in the media, each aspect of Lucifer's story reveals deeper layers of his complex personality and his lasting impact on culture. Although Lucifer is widely known as the fallen angel, his story in the Bible is more subtle. The word Lucifer in Latin originally meant light-bearer and was used to refer to the morning star, usually associated with Venus. Later, this word was interpreted as the proper name of a fallen angel. The figure of Lucifer as we know him today has its roots in the Judeo-Christian tradition, especially in texts such as the Book of Isaiah and the Book of Ezekiel. In these scriptures, Lucifer is described as a celestial being of great beauty and power, who fell into disgrace due to his pride and desire to equal God. The word Lucifer in Latin literally means light-bearer and was originally used to refer to the morning star, which is the brightest star that appears in the sky before dawn. In Roman mythology, this star was associated with the goddess Venus, who represented love, beauty, and fertility. However, over time, the word Lucifer came to be associated with the devil or Satan, the enemy of God in the Christian tradition. This change in meaning occurred mainly due to interpretations of biblical verses that were understood to refer to Lucifer as a fallen angel. This transformation of meaning led to the creation of the figure of Lucifer as the archetype of the rebellious angel who defies divine authority and seeks his own greatness. This story of fall and rebellion has been explored in various literary, artistic, and cultural works over the centuries, making Lucifer one of the most fascinating and complex characters in Western mythology. The interpretation of Lucifer as the devil is one of many theological visions of this mysterious being. Some religious traditions see him as a completely separate being from Satan, while others consider them to be the same entity. The figure of Lucifer in theology is complex and multifaceted, with different religious traditions interpreting his identity in different ways. In Christianity, for example, there is a tendency to associate Lucifer with the devil, the enemy of God and humanity. This interpretation is mainly based on passages in the Bible that describe the fall of a celestial being due to his pride and rebellion. However, other religious traditions have a different view of Lucifer. Some scholars and theologians argue that Lucifer is not the same as Satan, but rather a distinct being. This view is based on a more literal interpretation of Scripture and a broader understanding of the nature of evil and the fall. One of the most interesting interpretations of Lucifer comes from the Gnostic tradition, which sees him as a divine being who came to earth to bring knowledge and spiritual liberation to humanity. In this view, Lucifer is seen as a benevolent being who challenges the oppressive power of the demiurge, the creator of the material world. These diverse and often contradictory interpretations show the complexity of the figure of Lucifer and how it has been the subject of debate and speculation throughout history. Regardless of the interpretation, the myth of Lucifer continues to challenge traditional conceptions of good and evil, the divine and the human, and to make us question established notions about the nature of reality and existence. Throughout history, artists from different media have portrayed Lucifer in a variety of ways. He has been shown as a magnificent being who has fallen into disgrace, but also as a seductive and complex figure who challenges traditional notions of good and evil. The representation of Lucifer in the arts is as diverse as it is intriguing. From the earliest representations in medieval paintings and sculptures to modern interpretations in films and TV series, the figure of Lucifer has been an inexhaustible source of inspiration for artists. One of the most iconic representations of Lucifer in art is Gustave Doré's painting, The Fall of Lucifer. In this work, Lucifer is portrayed as a fallen angel, banished from heaven for his rebellion against God. The image of Lucifer falling from heaven, engulfed in flames and surrounded by other fallen angels, captures the tragedy and grandeur of Lucifer's fall. Another famous representation of Lucifer is found in John Milton's Paradise Lost. In this epic poem, Lucifer is portrayed as a proud and ambitious being who defies God's authority and is punished for his rebellion. Milton's depiction has profoundly influenced the way Lucifer is seen in popular culture to this day. In addition to classical representations, Lucifer has also been portrayed in more contemporary ways. In TV series such as Lucifer, for example, he is shown as a charismatic and seductive being who lives on Earth and helps humanity while dealing with his own internal conflicts. Music also plays an important role in the representation of Lucifer in popular culture. Many songs deal with themes related to him, such as rebellion, desire, and redemption. Artists such as David Bowie, Madonna, and the Rolling Stones have all made references to Lucifer in their music, adding an even more complex dimension to the figure of the fallen angel. These artistic representations show how Lucifer continues to be a fascinating and multifaceted character who challenges traditional notions of good and evil. His story of fall and redemption resonates through the centuries, inspiring artists and viewers to reflect on profound themes such as the nature of freedom, morality, and the human condition itself. By immersing ourselves in these works of art, we are invited to question our own beliefs and prejudices and to consider that perhaps the truth about Lucifer is much more complex than we imagine. He is not only the devil we know, but also a figure who represents the deepest and most mysterious side of our own existence. Lucifer's influence on literature is profound and long-lasting, being a constant source of inspiration for writers throughout the centuries. Authors such as John Milton, in his work Paradise Lost, and Goethe, in Faust, explored the nuances of Lucifer's personality and his relationship with humanity, creating works that continue to be studied and admired to this day. In Paradise Lost, Milton portrays Lucifer as a complex and ambitious character whose fall from heaven is the result of his pride and desire to equal God. Milton's work is an epic exploration of the nature of evil and redemption, and Lucifer is presented as a tragic being who struggles against his destiny while seeking revenge on God. In Goethe's Die Faust, Lucifer plays a crucial role in the plot, trying to seduce the protagonist, Faust, and lead him down the road to perdition. In this work, Lucifer is portrayed as a cunning and seductive being who represents the temptations and deepest desires of the human being. In addition to these classic examples, the figure of Lucifer also appears in several other works of world literature. In O Paraíso de Lucifer, by Brazilian writer Olavo Bilac, Lucifer is portrayed as a human being who wanders the earth in search of redemption. In Lucifer, O Primeiro Anjo, by Portuguese author Miguel Real, Lucifer is presented as a divine being who questions God's authority and seeks to understand the meaning of life. These literary works demonstrate how the figure of Lucifer continues to captivate the imagination of writers and readers, being a powerful symbol of rebellion, freedom, and the quest for knowledge. Lucifer's story challenges us to question our own beliefs and to consider that perhaps the truth about him is much more complex than we imagine. Lucifer's influence on popular culture is evident in contemporary films, TV series, music, and works of art. His presence continues to captivate audiences and inspire new interpretations of his story and meaning. In recent years, Lucifer has been increasingly explored in the media, especially in TV series and films. One of the most popular representations is in the TV series Lucifer, where the character is portrayed as an elegant and charming Lord of Hell who decides to take a vacation on Earth and ends up getting involved in criminal investigations alongside Detective Chloe Decker. The series is known for its unique approach to the character, mixing elements of drama, comedy, and fantasy. Lucifer is also frequently referenced in music, with many artists incorporating him into their lyrics and performances. One of the best-known songs about Lucifer is A Sympathy for the Devil by the Rolling Stones, which presents an intriguing and provocative vision of the devil. In literature, Lucifer is also a recurring theme, with authors exploring his story and meaning in various ways. A recent example is Neil Gaiman's Lucifer, the Devil at the Door, which presents a modern and provocative vision of the character. Lucifer's presence in popular culture is a reflection of our ongoing fascination with evil, redemption, and human nature. His complex and multifaceted story continues to inspire artists and viewers alike, provoking deep reflections on the meaning of good and evil, freedom and morality. By exploring these representations of Lucifer in popular culture, we are invited to question our own beliefs and prejudices and to consider that perhaps the truth about him is much more complex than we imagine. He is not only the devil we know, but also a figure who represents the deepest and most mysterious side of our own existence. Lucifer's story also leads us to reflect on deeper issues, such as free will, the power of redemption, and the nature of good and evil. His story challenges us to question our own beliefs and to consider different perspectives on what it means to be human. One of the most fascinating aspects of Lucifer's story is the questioning of free will. His decision to rebel against God raises the question of how free we really are to choose our own destiny. Was Lucifer predestined to fall, or did he really have the freedom to choose his path? In addition, Lucifer's story also makes us question the power of redemption. Can someone like Lucifer, who committed terrible acts against God and humanity, really be redeemed? This question leads us to reflect on the nature of forgiveness and mercy and whether there are limits to who can be forgiven. Another important aspect of Lucifer's story is the question of good and evil. Lucifer is often portrayed as evil personified, but his story challenges us to question this dichotomy. Is evil an external force that influences us, or is it something that resides within each of us? This reflection leads us to consider the complexity of human nature and the difficulty of defining what is truly good or evil. These moral and philosophical challenges raised by Lucifer's story are timeless and universal, resonating in all cultures and eras. By confronting us with these difficult questions, Lucifer's story invites us to examine our own lives and choices and to consider what it really means to be human. Through these curiosities, we can see how the figure of Lucifer transcends the boundaries of mythology and religion, becoming an enduring symbol of the complexity of the human condition. Let's delve into these curiosities and find out more about the fallen angel who continues to intrigue and inspire people all over the world. The story of Lucifer is much more than just a religious or mythological narrative. It is a profound reflection of the inner struggles and moral and philosophical questions that we all face at some point in our lives. The figure of Lucifer challenges us to question our own beliefs and to consider that perhaps the truth about him is much more complex than we realize. By exploring the different interpretations and representations of Lucifer throughout history, we are confronted with our own dualistic nature, our struggles between good and evil, the desire for freedom and the search for redemption. Lucifer reminds us that the line between hero and villain, the divine and the human, is often blurred and ambiguous. This is why the figure of Lucifer remains so fascinating and relevant to this day. His story challenges us to question our own convictions and to consider different perspectives on what it means to be human. He reminds us that we are complex beings, capable of great acts of kindness and terrible acts of evil. So, by delving into these curiosities about Lucifer, we're not just exploring an ancient story or a mythological figure. We are exploring the deepest mysteries of the human condition and the eternal questions that define us as conscious beings. And who knows, as we discover more about Lucifer, we may also discover more about ourselves. And so we conclude our journey through the intriguing curiosities about Lucifer, the fallen angel. I hope you were as surprised and fascinated as I was by the many facets of this complex character. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like it and activate the notification bell so you don't miss out on any new content. Leave a comment below sharing your own thoughts on Lucifer or suggestions for future videos. And don't forget to check out the recommended videos that appear on the screen to continue your journey of discovery. Thanks for watching to the end and see you in the next video.